Good evening, everybody and anybody. Just trying to get the chat up on the screen at the moment. Don't appear to have it for some reason. Oh, no. Now it's coming up. Now it's behaving itself. Or is it? I now need to double check that we got Facebook on it. So I'll go to Facebook. I go to watch my charity bike ride here. And I shall put the usual. The usual. I've already written it once, but it didn't come up. There we go. We've got chat from both Facebook and YouTube. Hello, Facebookers, and hello, YouTuber. Right, I'm going to start cycling because I've got a long way to go, and I want my tea. Simple as that, really. So, the usual expression that I hate myself for saying, without further ado, we hope without further ado anyway, we'll put trainer back to the beginning and we will start it. And as if by magic it all works. Woohoo! We're up and running. So, anybody's there? How are you today? Hope you've had a brilliant day. Yes, we were inside. Yes, the sun has just started shining, but it was kind of doing its best to convince me that there was no point in even trying it outside. So hoping. It looked like it was going to stay dry, and then it kind of proved me wrong by raining twice in about a 20-minute period after that. So it probably won't rain again now, but it doesn't matter. I'm in my favourite shed with my favourite people. So, let's get the show literally on the road. Well, not literally, virtually on the road. We're starting earlier than we normally do, but that's fine. We've got a long way to go. People can join in anytime they would like. And you can join in with the chat anytime you like as well. Or not, if you don't want to. If you just want to watch, just want it on in the background, something to keep you busy while you're making the tea or whatever you want to do. Feel free to use my stream in any way you wish. That's what it's there for. if anybody's on at the moment, it'll probably be quite quiet for a bit at the beginning. And as people get home from work and things like that, settle down, we'll probably get a few more people on. So if you're new to it, bear with it. Ask me any questions you want. I'm quite amenable. I will answer most things, usually in a very roundabout, long way, but that fills in the silences. I have a nice cup of tea at the moment. Tonight we are doing one of the main stages, the kind of the actual rides that get us from John O'Groats to Land's End. Stage 42. Wow. We've done other stages as well. We've done about 6 stages of the Shetland Islands, 6 stages of the Orkney Islands. We've done an Isle of Man TT. We did 2 pre-stages to get us across Scotland so that we could have start in the most northern point of mainland Britain, which isn't John O'Groats, surprisingly. We still have the Isle of Wight to do, which reminds me, I need to speak to a certain artist lady to check that she's okay with me putting pictures of her and her stuff up, because we're going to be going past her gallery. So I need to get an okay off her to put her wonderful stuff and her wonderful self up on the stream. What other stages have we done? We've done a video stage of Thingy Junction, Grand Junction, Colorado. That was pretty amazing scenery. Went up the mountains and back down again, which is kind of what you do when you do a mountain. And that's kind of it, which has kind of led to 1,173 miles, he says quickly. And more importantly, £652 in donations. Oh, let me turn on the foot over there. Which if you happen to watch this, if you have donated, thank you very, very, very much. If you haven't donated, please feel free to. I won't press you into it. Money's tight for a lot of people, and a lot of people have money worries. I understand that. But if you have a spare penny or two, have a look in the information below. I think it will come up on Facebook or YouTube. If you found a site to watch this, you should be able to find the link to the Just Giving page, and drop a couple of pennies in there. Everything's very grateful. Oh, I've got a hi, but it hasn't come up on. Why hasn't it come up? That must be on a YouTube one. Oh, I can't see the name on there. I'll get it on here in a minute. I think. I hope I'll get it on here. It's from Ed. Hi, Ed. How's retired life suiting you? Are you bored yet? I'm just jealous. Yeah, so if you are taking a look for the first time, I see there's some people watching. As I say, join in the chat if you want to, don't if you don't. I just noticed the heart rate monitor is not on. That's no good. We'll get that on. Right, heart rate monitor. Why hasn't it come on? Oh, I think it might have turned itself off. Excuse me, I'm not going to fully undress, don't worry. How's your day been, Ed? Whoop. Just, there we go. Not finding it. Oh, I'm sure it will in a minute. Yeah, as you can see, this is a virtual bike ride from John O'Groats to Land's End. Yes, we're doing it the wrong way around. We're on stage 42. So we're nearing the end. We've got about a week to go, but we're doing other things as well as just the John O'Groats to Land's End ride. And we're not even doing that just normally. We have had a few diversions to different places. I cannot get it to work. I know, maybe right, no? Bluetooth's on. So it's just basically that you can probably see in the top right hand corner, there's a thing that says HRBMP, which is heart rate monitor, beats per minute. There's nothing there at the moment. It comes up through this heart rate monitor, onto that phone, through onto that computer, into the stream. And at the moment, oh, it's there. There it is. Okay, so it's there. At the moment, it's deciding not to play ball. This time, that's looking better. Really lazy day today after celebrating yesterday. Yeah, I can imagine. That must have been quite emotionally draining that day. There's probably a lot of stuff and feelings going through your head. Okay, so that's working now. So we now have a heart rate. That's good. That means I'm alive. Yeah, for anybody who's listening, and what I'm talking about with Ed is basically that's without going into details. Let's say Ed is now technically retired, and he's very happy about it, and so he should be. So yesterday was a big day of celebration. I saw some of the scenes on the videos. You looked very happy. That's quite a cool, the elevation map looks interesting, doesn't it? we might be going up a little hill in the middle of that. Oh. Well, I had, you know, Ed and Anita, I sent an email to, who did I send an email to? The Salvation Army media people. Let's just say I'm giving them a friendly nudge. I got a phone call back today from Ewan. He had phoned me before. Very nice, friendly guy. Asking me a lot of questions and things. Hi, Matt and Lucy. I am well. Thank you very much, and yourselves. Yeah, so he was asking me a few questions. He's going to send me an email with a load of questions to answer. He wants some photos of me on the bike, which I think I've got. I think I've got Linda to take a couple to give to Sean and Joe, so hopefully I've got those. Because he wants to write an article about it, because he says it's a good story. So hopefully, he said, you know, we still got time. I was saying, you know, that the donations have stalled a little bit. So if they could sort something else. I've also spoke to my head's gone already. I haven't even started yet. Been riding a while. I could blame it on oxygen deficiency, but I haven't. Brighter Futures I've spoken to. And I've sent them a load of details, which is basically obviously where the NHS charities money is going to. We're going to send it directly to Brighter Futures, so GWH Hospital gets some benefit. And that they asked me to send an email with a load of details about the stuff, which I have done. And hopefully they're going to get some stuff moving on it as well. The weather here is a bit, I was so hoping that, because today was supposed to be the least rainy day, as it's turned out, it's been probably the most rainy day today. And we'd had like a little clear period, and I was speaking to Sean on on one of the Facebook announcements I put up, and so I said, yeah, I think it'd be outside, and then it like rained once, and then it stopped, and then it rained again, kind of just it's almost like to let me know, like, nah, you ain't doing that, mate. So I thought there was just no, it's not worth the risk. And then the other problem with that is that looking at the weather forecast, at the moment the winds are supposed to be round about the 24 kilometres, and they slowly ramp up towards 8 o'clock, up to sort of go up past 30, and there's no way I can have the parasol out. And I mean, I know it's not a gale, but it's a bit dodgy. I'm hoping I can find somebody with a gazebo. We may have possibly found a source. Find out tonight. Just so that the out front one can go ahead tomorrow. Obviously it'll go ahead tomorrow anyway, whatever, but it would be very much nicer if it can go ahead out the front rather than go ahead out the back or in the shed, because tomorrow it doesn't look very good. But then some of the days that have said it's going to be like 50% chance of rain, we've had no rain at all, so we shall see. And from what I've heard, what was looking like a terrible week next week is looking like it might be getting better. So hopefully someone's looking down on me and they're going to give me a nice Sunday to finish it all off. It's going to finish me off anyway, 55 miles. So. Chat is not really working very well, is it? I've noticed. Why is it not working? So Matt has already, because Matt's put, we've got Ed's chat of real lazy day after celebrating yesterday. Sharon is now on, saying hello. Sharon said hello last night, but I think she might have copped on to the end of the stream after it had finished. So I did say hello to her last night. Hello, Sharon. So she's saying hello. This is we are live now. You say you're saying hello live, and yours has come up. But Matt has written two things on there. He's put evening, Richard. Hope you're well. And then obviously when I asked him how he was, he said all good here. Though the weather's turned a bit, and Ed's put ha love in it. There's all sorts, and the chat box is not picking up everything. I'm gonna have to. Sorry to say, guys. I mean, some of your chat may disappear, but I think I might have to reset the chat box. Because it's doing silly things. Unless, I'm presuming you've got the same. I guess you can't see your chat on there on the screen. Ah. So were you chatting from work? Oh, I don't know what to do about this now because everybody's on and everybody's chatting. It could mess it up. I don't think I've got any choice. Matt, just say something else on Facebook. I know because I know that Ed isn't coming up as well now. Say something else on YouTube. Just put another hello or something like that. I just want to see. What's going on with this chat? I suppose I could do it myself as well. Sometimes actually when I do it, it seems to kick-start it back into action. No, that's what I'm seeing. It's not, is it? Right, I'm going to have to... and you guys wouldn't have seen that as well. Matt's just basically said it's coming up on the big bit and then it's not coming up there. Oh. Such annoying, so annoying. So if I refresh that, it's going to make no difference, is it? No, it's going to have to be. So apologies, everybody. If you're, especially Sharon, who's just got her live chat things up, yours may disappear, but it's there. It will get seen. I have read them. No, just got in from work. I'm a carer. Aha! It's kind of what I am, I suppose, but with different type of people. Fair play. Any key worker gets my respect. Right, so let's see what we can do here. Oh, it's going to be a problem. I'm going to have to do the delete and put back in, and that's a bit of a dodgy, sticky wicket on this one, but I don't have any choice. So bye chat, and see if we can get it back up again. Hey, it wouldn't be Charity bike ride going nowhere stream if we didn't have problems, would it? Right. Chat box. The thing will be trying to get the right size because that's an absolute nightmare on this computer. Run back in and do it on the other one. So, way too big. It goes up big, 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 then small, small, small. And then you move it along that way to Ed's TV. Really good like that. Right, hopefully that's going to populate in a minute. There is a chat box there. You can't see it at the moment. It's just a big grey space. But I've read all the chats to people. If you want to put your chats back up again, you feel free to do it because it looks better on the screen. If you want to repeat what you said, just to make it look like I've got some friends. I'm going to try and get it going anyway. Hoping that maybe it's just being a bit weird. Never known it to be this much of a problem. See, I've written something out and it hasn't come up. So, we don't know. Need a computer expert, don't we? So I'm looking if I write Facebook up. Facebook one's working. Oh, and the YouTube one now. Right, hopefully, I'm saying a lot of hopefullys, because I am hopeful, that might have fixed the chat. So chat away and see to your heart's content. And as I say, write the previous chats back up, write your hellos back up. so you're on the screen. I need somewhere to put that. It's just very slow. But then the internet's been weird today. I was quite worried about the stream because the internet at home has just been like, it's really kind of like almost like working in slow motion. It's like working, but like really, really slowly. You've all stopped chatting now. You're scared of this chat. I think you're going to break it. I wonder if there's an actual phobia, fear of chat boxes, fear of internet chat. There's got to be. It's a phobia of everything, isn't it? Probably find you are chatting and it's just not coming up at all, just mine. You've broken yours and fixed mine. Anyway, where are we at? 3.8 miles. Not good enough. Let's get this going. So, I know what gets chat going. Let's play the mileage game. Oh, look at that, uphill for about the last half of the whole ride. Ed's giving it a try. He's got it working. It's working. Well, he already had it working. It's me that didn't. There you go. YouTube works. That's good then, because that was the one that really wasn't working. I need Sharon to say hi again, just to prove Facebook's working. Sharon is a friend of Yasmin's, if anybody doesn't know. They're going to come up. Yes! Hey! Right, we got Facebook and YouTube back on the chat. Although we had that before and then it all went wrong. Back in the room. They're all at it now. There we go. That's looking better. Stops that. People coming on and going, why has he got everything shoved over to one side and a big grey space on the left-hand side? Because nobody's talking to me. So yeah, hopefully we'll be doing an outside ride. There'll be two actually. Oh, I've got some guesses already. So Sharon, if you want to guess, you've probably heard me explaining it before, but just in case you haven't, the idea is very simple. You guess how many miles to the nearest tenth of a mile you think I'm going to cycle today. No cheeky poos on YouTube, on Google or anything like that. But what you can use to make an educated guess is if you look at the top, you can see that we've done 4.3 miles at the moment. And then if you look at the bottom, there's the elevation line, which is the white squiggly line. But as well as being the elevation line, obviously on the left hand side is where we started, and on the right hand side is where we're going to finish. So that's the length. And then part way along it, there's the red line. Sort of. Oh, crikey. Sorry, there's a red line down there at the end of the line. So that's where we are at the moment. At, well, now 4.4 miles. So what you do is you think, right, okay, that's 4.4 miles there. What's the rest left? And that kind of is a good way of guessing. So like Matt, or Matt and Lucy, that's the other thing. If you have a partner with you, they are allowed to guess as well. So you're allowed two guesses. Don't make up partners though. Yeah, I've got Fred, James, Robbie and Joe here, so I'm having 5 guesses. I was only 4 actually. And put your guess up on chat. And if you win, you win. That's about it, unfortunately. There is no prize. It is just fun. But like last night, it was nail biter. There was a tenth in it between Anita and Yaz, and Yasmin was heartbroken. She hasn't got over it yet, I don't think. She said she'll come back on once she's been through therapy. So, and then I need to write the guesses down so I can remember them at the end. So, hey, that's very confusing, Ed and Anita. Slight lack of communication there. I've got two Ed and Anita guesses now. Which one do I take? I suppose I should take the Anita one off Anita's and the Ed one off Ed's. Is that right? Or is that? Oh no, hang on. Are they the same? They are. They are. Oh no, they are the same. Because of course they're the other way around. Because you write your names. Oh, that's very clever. But and thank you. You you win an extra prize for managing to very quickly confuse me. It's almost confusing because Matt's and Lucy's look quite close as well. So right, okay. Sorry about that. I got very confused then. Yes, so it's the same guesses, but you've both written the same thing down, but you put it the other way around. So I see that now. Duh. Duh. So the guesses are so far. It's just taken a long time to get round to this, hasn't it? Just sat here with a pen like a blithering idiot. Oh, his is still not coming. Oh no. What's going on with it? Ah. Oh. It's just been an. It's just I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't think it's something that I can fix. I've done the restart thing. Yeah, I see what you mean now. Yeah, it hasn't come up on the page. Obviously, because you see, I'm looking on it on multi-stream, so I can see everything coming up. But Matt's has come up, hasn't it? Or has it? No, it hasn't. What do you think I should do? Because there's obviously. Do you think it's worth stopping the stream and restarting it? There's obviously something to do with the communication between the streaming equipment and YouTube haven't connected because it's all about the URLs connecting to each other. I'll write the things down. So although you can't see it on there, Matt and Lucy. So Lucy is 32. And Matt is 34.5. Ed is 33. And Anita is 34.2. Anita is 34.2. And yeah, I don't know what's wrong with it. Yours is not coming up at all, is it, Matt? On the and Sharon is 32. Okay. So, guys, quite happy to. If you want me to, I'll turn the stream off. I think it's worth a try. If I turn it off, so Sharon, just in case you don't know, what you'll have to do is possibly, it may come back up on the one that you're on, because it might say be back soon. or you just go back out, and then you wait for another, because I guess you get the notification now. You wait for another watch my charity bike ride thing is live come up, and click back on that. Apologies guys, so yeah, I'll turn it off. It will be back on in a few seconds. Let's come up on Facebook, so that's good news. Hopefully you're all there. Oh, we've got a bit of tea left, missed that. Turn everything off apart from... Oh, go away. That. Yes. So back up on Facebook. I thought I turned captions off. There I did. Hate them. They're silly. They don't say what I say. For some reason. Anyway, that's working. See if we that's working. Please work. Came up a lot quicker then anyway. Oh, it's not doing well. Oh, I don't know what to say. Oh, there we go. Just very slow. Very, very slow. Yeah, like I said, Tinternet is been really weird. And I don't know why. I just don't know why. And I'm watching the wrong video anyway on it here because oh shoot, cut off. Welcome back. Sorry about having to turn it off. Good old IT fix. Turn it off, turn it back on again. I don't know whether it's fixed or not. It's got my chat up there, and one is from Facebook and one is from YouTube, obviously. So we will hope and pray, if you want, that is now working. I'm behind now a little bit, am I? Oh, not really. Yeah. Good job I wrote the guesses down. It'd be funny if I'd cut it off. Can you all tell me your guesses again? When I said, can you all tell me your guesses again? I don't need to guess. I have written them all down, sorry. I was just joking about that. Oh, Anita's liked the stream, even though you're probably thinking this is rubbish. Just, what's going on with it? Hello again, Anita. You're up there. Hi, Sharon. You'll get used to our amateur approach on this. we are not a professional streamer by any stretch of the imagination, and I'm even less of a professional cyclist. Put the two together and you get entertainment, I suppose. Is Ed gonna come back on it? Is it gonna get on there? Oh, I hope so. Still very slow. Oh, it's not working on. But my YouTube worked, so I don't know what it is. Not liking it, is it? Oh, here we go. It's just very slow. The YouTube. See, when I'm watching it here, when your chat comes in, it will immediately go on there. Certainly the Facebook ones do. But it's almost like watching it on here, on there, in that it comes up on my multi-stream straight away. Anything you write comes up on there straight away because that's live. So that's just kind of like you would be if you're texting on a phone. But then it takes quite a while to go across onto the screen, which in theory should be exactly synced because they're both live. But at least it's coming up. I'm glad on that. Need you guys. A ride without you guys is just not a ride, basically. That literally is me going nowhere on a bike. That doesn't get anything, does it? Should I do a stop at about 10 for a few seconds? So yeah, I'm interested to see what Ewan's questions are going to ask me. He obviously knows quite a bit already because he was saying, "Oh, you've done this and you've done that." So he'd obviously had a look on. What have you seen that information on? Must have looked on Facebook, I think, possibly. Yeah, so I've changed all the a few little bits and pieces from where it actually just said generally NHS charities together to the NHS charity Brighter Futures. I hope that's okay with everybody. To me, it makes sense that pretty much, well, say pretty much, no, yeah, pretty much everybody. There's one or two, Matt and Lucy, although I'm sure Lucy has had cause to use GWH at some stage, that it kind of goes to a specific hospital. And it's local to pretty much everybody. It all gets spread around eventually anyway, doesn't it? Because at the end of the day, you know, the hospitals have specialities. They train nurses that go into other hospitals. So it's kind of, although even if you localise it down, it's still a national thing, really. Still the NHS. And I just wanted to try and get a focus on it so that maybe we can get some other people interested in it. I put in the email. I put that my friends have been very generous, but obviously there's a limit, and the donations are dried up. So if you can give me either some help or ideas, or some new friends. I didn't really mean well. Actually, no. Well, not new friends. Some more friends. I put. I think. So. Sean's in the house. Make way for the sheep. If Sharon knows Yasmin, does Sean know Sharon? That's almost a tongue tweezer, that one, isn't it? You're either going to say, who's Sean, or I've known him since he was in nappies, one or the other. That's my guess. Who asked what? What if I asked that? I'm the only one here. I said, if Sharon knows Yasmin, does Sharon know Sean? I think that's how I said it. Or Sean knows Sharon. Well, I suppose if Sharon knows Sean, then Sean knows Sharon. Do you know Sharon, Sean? Sean is called Sheep. Yeah, and you may know Sharon. You got a ping about something. I don't know what that was. Oh, what's that? Oh, no, it's nothing. Nothing. Are you sure? It was a long time. See, Matt and Lucy haven't come back, I don't think. Unless they struggled on the YouTube. Didn't get outside, Sean. Like Sean's answer. Yeah, the weather kind of teased me, so I had to stick here. I went out twice to try and get the stuff outside, and both times it started raining, so I think it was basically saying, I'm not going to let you. And the winds are supposed to pick up between about now and 8 o'clock by about another 5 kilometres an hour, from about 25 to about 30 something, so nothing was looking good, although no, it is, you can see it's black out there. I'd be very anxious at this moment in time, I think, if I was out there now. Don't know what to say to that comment, Sharon. He's married now, be careful what you say. I'm going to have to do some quick searching around to try and find a possible gazebo before tomorrow, which is not going to be exactly easy, to be able to do it out the front, because we will need possible coverage for when it rains. Ideally, what we could do with is somebody who knows a marquee company, have 2 marquees, one in the front garden and one across the path on the other side for you guys, just open fronted. I know that's probably asking a little bit much, but that'd be cool, wouldn't it? Just leave them there. We could just put it, then we could do the ride there every day until we finish. Could mark it out with social distancing 2 meters. Is it? Cool. The sun is, I don't know, I'm trying to look through the shed window. I wouldn't say it's out, but it's not raining at the moment. But I can, the problem is, Sharon, is that I can ride outside in the rain because I can put it's not about me, I don't care if I get wet, but obviously there is a lot of electrics around me. There's the camera, that's all connected to electrics. There's the computer here, that's all connected to electrics. There's the sensor for the trainer, is also connected to electrics. And different speakers and bits and pieces like that, that all would not appreciate getting wet. So yeah, so I could do that under, I've got a parasol, but it's a big cantilever parasol, so if it's windy I can't put the parasol up, so I can't do it if it's going to be possibly windy and rainy, which is kind of what is it's supposed to be. So we're in the shed, which I'm told doesn't exactly make a lot of difference really. It does to me, because I'd rather be outside, because it's a lot harder work in the shed because the heat builds up, there's no air, although I've got the door open obviously, but you know, it's not like having a little bit of a breeze outside there. I would love to be outside if I could. Hopefully next week the weather will be a little bit better. I enjoyed the ride last night. That was just a bit different. Gave me something different to focus on. Made the time go by well. If I was to do the odd one every now and again after this, It's kind of done and dusted. I think that's what I'd probably do, because it's just a little bit more interesting. Just pick some very unusual places in the world, things like that. There are ones. There are video ones of place, British ones. Lots of Italian ones, because it's an Italian company that make the trainer, and obviously make the training program, which makes it difficult to understand some of the descriptions of the rides themselves. I definitely need my rest after Friday. My knee's telling me it's not so good at the moment. For those who don't know, which is not many, there won't be any streams on Saturday, Sunday and Monday. And then from Tuesday, we will be streaming every night and bits of days, right the way through till Sunday, which should hopefully will be the last stage. When I said I was going to send a message to Nicola just to get permission to show her stuff on the stream tomorrow. She has liked the page, so I don't know whether she watches it in the background. So I can do that while I'm riding. It's one of the joys of not actually being on the road. You get arrested for this probably. What am I looking for? Oh yes. So what shall I write? Hi Nicola, the charity Charity bike ride has 2 parts tomorrow. Oh, where are they? Where are they? Just keeping an eye on chat, just in case somebody says anything. Oh. Oh, I can't write when I'm cycling, even when I'm not cycling. I suppose I want to show some pics of IOW on the stream, including some of your work. I can't spell that. Okay. Oh, I'm on a roll now. Anything? No, I'm not on a roll. I'm spelling everything wrong now. Anything you oh, it's taken me past 10. Okay, I think I need to stop there because that was quite painful. Sat up in one upright position for a long time, so I'm just going to get off the bike for a few seconds, only a few. One while I get off, I might as well take my cup in. So I'll be back on the bike in about a minute. Don't like staying off for too long. There's a big black cloud that just covers the whole of Highworth, and only Highworth. After Highworth, outside of Highworth, it's quite clear. It's like Highworth's in a mood. Now we're back in the room. Yeah, hi Rob. Kind of feels like we're nearly there actually. Just got a week to go. Well, I cycle tomorrow, Friday, but we've only actually got about 4 stages after this to go. There's 5 stages I think, but there's extra rise in between. So we have an outside stage tomorrow, which we hope to do on Friday, as long as we can get around the weather somehow. And then I have 3 days off, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And then basically we're streaming right up to the next Sunday, and Sunday will be, all being well, the final stage up to Land's End. So yeah, just over 2 months. Thanks for your support at the beginning. Sort of little chats and things. Rob's an old friend of mine. Back in the Gloucester bowling days, always a big support, always a source of inspiration as well, actually, without a doubt. Sorry if I'm making you blush, Rob. And when I said old friend, he's not like old, because he is, because he's my age. Well, actually a little bit younger than me, I think. And that cable that I was talking about, Rob, I needed to sort this out. It arrived yesterday. Yeah, so it was, yeah. At least it arrived, I suppose, is the thing. Doesn't need to say. Can't believe how the weather has changed. I'm cold today and a bit hungover. I'm not surprised. A celebration had to be had today, didn't it, for that particular occasion? I'm not cold. It actually feels a little bit muggy in here. I'd rather be outside there. It's probably a really nice temperature out there at the moment to be cycling. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to picture you and me bowling together, and I know that at one stage you were kind of a youngster when I was an adult. So you're not young though. It's not like you're 21. You're certainly a better bowler than me. I'll probably get Sean on in a minute going, everybody is. Hey, I'll be in the seniors. This was my last year as a non-senior, so I skipped it basically. Next year I'll be able to enter the old bogies. I was thinking actually, Rob, well, there's been quite a few memories, obviously, with like sort of Middleton Cup and things like that. But, part of some pretty good bowling memories, but there's one in particular. I don't know. You probably won't remember it, but that stuck in my head. It's kind of been part of my sort of proudest kind of moments and things like that. Because I kind of, yeah, let's say I looked up to you, obviously, because you were a fairly decent bowler, you know. Yeah, that trip to Whiddon, definitely. And I think it was on that particular run, might have been the year before. I can't remember the green that we were playing on, but it was an atrocious green, had bits of sand all over it. It was like playing on a miniature version of a golf green with sort of little sand bunkers. So it was an absolute nightmare for the leads, but it was one of those kind of, if the leads didn't get on there and the other lead did, you were kind of in trouble because there weren't many lines that you could use to get to the jack. I think I was having a fairly good day, and I bowled a back toucher on one of the ends, and you came across the green from about 3 rinks away to give me a high five. And it was one of those where you all the time before you're kind of like, am I really part of this team or not? And that was like the moment for me when it's like, yeah, I'm here. So that was one of my favourite ever moments. Is that where it was? You got a better memory than me. I just remember the incident. It's a kind of weird situation because it was a bit like the dream team kind of thing, and it was like your ambition is to get in the dream team, and then when you get in the dream team, you're kind of thinking, should I really be in this team? Am I really? Things have changed. still enjoy my bowls, but in a very different way now. And I love it because of that, I suppose. So. Chester Road, Kidderminster. Oh, it's horrendous, wasn't it? It was the first time as a lead that I actually visited the head after bowling the jack. You could do it then because you could visit the head whenever you wanted to. Thank you. Yeah, it was such a bad green, and it stopped and started and stopped and started. And there was one end where I bowled the jack and I went up because whether the jack landed near the sand, on the edge of the sand, or in front was very important, because you didn't know whether the ball was going to stop there or roll on, depending on, because obviously the grass bit was fast but the sand was very slow. So I bowled the jack and then literally went up the green and just had a look around the area and thought, okay, then went back up the other end and then bowled my bowl so that I could work out whether I needed an extra push or not. I think I've only ever done that twice. Another was on a similar thing, but it was because of those big moss patches, and I bowled it and I couldn't see whether the jack was like a foot past the moss, which meant it needed an extra yard on it, or whether it was just on the moss so it needed a yard off. Bowls, eh? Your bowls brain is amazing. Grant Burgess, yeah. You're right, actually, yeah. I think another one of those things that sticks in my head is when a little group of us, when we were playing at Frampton, I think it was rink 5, wasn't it? It was the dodgy rink. And however wide you went, it would always go across the jack. You could just keep going wider and wider and wider. And you got me on the rink because you said that I could bowl whatever line you asked me to bowl. And I was just chucking bowls down, and you were trying to find out the actual line so that we had a bit of a home advantage to it, because nobody in all the years, nobody had found a line, had they? And then we went into the bar, and there was a picture of the Frampton Green flooded, so big puddles of water. I remember you stood there looking at it for ages, looking at how the puddles were, and you said, when we went back out again, she right, try this. He said, I want you to bowl, I think it was about 4 or 5 inches underneath the jack, and we'd been bowling outside the strings. He said, I want you to bowl. So we'd been bowling it out there, and it was still going across. And he goes, I want you to bowl about 4 or 5 inches. And I was thinking he was mad. So bowled it, and it did like our rink 5 on Highworth, where it basically goes against the bias on the last hit, goes straight down the green almost, because it's fighting a hump, and then it goes against the bias and ends up on the jack. I was impressed, I have to say. was impressed that I managed to do it. So, but, yeah, to spot that on using the water to see the contours of the green. It's a Rich and Rob show at the moment. But every single one of those was surpassed by the win against Kent, wasn't it? That was the ultimate to take us to Whiddon. That was Sunday. Everybody, I think, who bowls has a day they'll never forget, and that was definitely one of them. Well, definitely the one, basically. Thompson beating Thompson. Yeah. Still got them. Haven't done them for a long time. That's them in there, actually. I've thought about getting them out because obviously I had my spinal injury. God, when was that? A while ago now, over a year. And prior to that, never really been, with my autoimmune, never really been fit enough in that way to subdue them, but I kind of feel like I could now. And I've always promised Linda that if I ever could do it, I would show her, because she's never seen it. This is Firepod we're talking about. So maybe they'll come out soon, so I can give my beloved wife a display she'll never forget, and I probably won't. I'll probably set light to myself. Had to be done, you know. Had the 5 points. Whiddon Beach at night. I seem to remember a bloke with his young daughter stopping and saying how amazing it was, which made me feel pretty good. Shame they didn't let me do it on the green at Whiddon. There would have been that would have cost a lot in insurance, I think. Yeah. Yeah, we should have. Just a few guys not taking it seriously enough, basically, I think, was it possibly, and but no, let's say, I think we all blame the county a bit as well, didn't we? Rightly so. That's cool. So Nicola has given me permission to put some of her stuff up for the stream, the Isle of Wight stream tomorrow. She's an artist friend who lives on God's Hill in Isle of Wight. It's amazing stuff, but I'll talk more and show you it tomorrow on that stream. So yeah, it'd be cool tomorrow. We have 2 stages because it's a special out the front. The first one just because the Isle of Wight is a very short stage. I just needed something to fill in because there's no point going to the effort of putting everything outside and not making the most of the day. So I'm going to do another of the video stages, definitely not as long as the one we did last night. Oh, that was long. So I'll find a little video stage that I'll do during the day sometime, and then there'll be a break, and then we'll do the Isle of Wight stage for the evening, so that it kind of incorporates people who want to come along and watch, and incorporates the fact that some of those people who want to come along and watch will be working. So, but because it's short, we can time it well, so we can time the end. I'll have a word with some of you guys probably after the stream to see roughly when you'd like it to finish, because obviously that's more for the ones who want to come and watch. I don't want to be keeping them out late at night, especially if it's going to be a bit chilly or anything like that. But yeah, I'll talk to those who are likely to pop over, and then we can time when I start the stream to finish at about the time we want to finish it. Yeah, so that was just Nicola getting back to me to say that's okay. You'll probably see her pop up on my Facebook. Hi Yasmin, thanks for liking the stream. And if you like doing arty bits and pieces, go and have a look at her stuff. Nicola Gibbs. I think you'll probably find it like that. But she does little kind of like I'm doing, but obviously not as long because it doesn't take as long to do the arty bits. But she does little things for keeping you busy during lockdown. So showing you, if you're interested in doing art, she will sort of show you little art techniques and things like that in different medias, pastels and acrylics and stuff like that. I don't know what anybody's having for tea tonight. I've taken what was left of our roast pork, shredded it and made it into like a kind of a bean stew, shredded pork bean stew. I'm looking forward to that. You know, that little hill mountain at the moment. Might just have a well am I? Let's stop pedaling. Inefficient. Let's see if we can see what we're whether. Very difficult from bird's eye view to see any elevation, but I'll leave it on that for a little bit. Just makes it a bit more interesting for every now and again. Oh, nice little woods to that side. see what the peak of the hill's like, although it's not as high as actually the finish is higher. 800 feet we finish at. It's probably about 600 feet, so it's not like high. Not like yesterday. 6,000 feet. Maybe not quite that. I can't remember what it was now, but it's pretty high. Grand Junction, Colorado Mountains. Nearly at the top. When we get down, when we get up to the top, just want to just have a look at what it looks like, basically. Why it is the shape it is. It goes up very steep and then there's a very flat top to it. Oh, that won't look any different. Sorry? Oh, yes, please. Doesn't look any different to the rest of it, really, does it? Still just a bunch of fields. To see what's happening at 8 o'clock as well, because last week our neighbour had decided to uh, still kind of not necessarily. I mean, we did do a bit of the clap as well, but just use it as a day to pop out the door and say hello to everybody, that kind of thing. So just to be neighbourly. I may have to walk away from this for a little bit. Which means I will probably have to restart the trainer, which used to be annoying, but I'm kind of used to it now. Oh, what's this coming up? I can see something. Oh, it's a town that's kind of on the top of the hill. Is it? That can't be a town because we're too closer than that. A little bit closer. I can see whatever this is that's coming up. I'm going to ride through it. So. Go back to the other map and we'll see, won't we? Yeah, it is. It's a town. Okay. That's a very built-up town, isn't it? Why is it with that far away from the ground? Ah, there we go. A bit clearer then, isn't it? A little bit of interest. Do a little bit of this, then I want to pan out because I want to see what the town actually is. I don't often look at it like this. We're just arriving in the town. Thank you very much.
How do you handle every?
Yeah, it's easier. Warms my fingers up. Bad circulation. School there. If I put it on the trainer mode. See a little bit more. You can kind of see what I can see then. So yeah, just going past that school. I'll put it back on the other mode in a minute. Just wanted to give you a bit more of a view of. Don't get many towns out this way. It's all a bit rural, isn't it? So quite nice to see things. Can't leave like this for too long because it's very jumpy when you get that close. So I'll put it back now. Certainly very built up, but I'm going to pan out. I just tried to do it on the trainer now. That doesn't work. Need to go onto that. So, back onto the map. So you can see this as well. Nope, don't want to go the other way. I'm going to break my nose on the ground in a minute. St Sidwell, I think we're going through. There's like lots of towns all kind of in one. Newtown, Poleside. It's got to be, oh it is, of course, it's got to be a city because it's like, it is, it's Exeter, there you go. That's why it's all built up. I might leave it on, I'll leave it on the, but then, no, because you won't see what's what then, will you? If I leave it like that, no, leave it like that, sorry, and then go in one more. And we can see what we're going past. And I'll put it back onto the normal map though, so it can see everything. So leave it on that, but go back to that. There we go. Oh, that's too close. Just getting too fussy now. Go back out one is what we're going to do. Like that. There. I'm kind of happy with that. It's just nice to be able to see the names of the things and things that we're going past then, isn't it? You know, like the old rectory. Easier for you guys probably to see it because on this particular tablet everything's slightly blurred. It's a really bad screen. I think the screen is sort of on its way out, so I can't really read the names of the stuff. If I was looking at that I probably could do, but I could do that, couldn't I? I can see the names on that then if I needed to. Co-op, Exeter Carpet, number 4, Exeter City Football Club. Okay, will do. Sony Bowls Club. Thank you, Mrs. Young, for liking the stream. Love you. Wonder if I can see it better on here than I can on there. It's smaller, but it'll probably be clearer. It's not as easy to, it's just not easy to see basically. Never mind, it's not even loading there. It's amazing how depending on your device, now it's loaded up. But everything's in different places. you get stream delays basically. So that's further ahead than that. That's obviously the furthest ahead because that's live, that's here now. Facebook is quite close to in sync. It's probably only about 10, 15 seconds at the most delay on real life and what you see. YouTube can be anything up to anything between 20 and 40 seconds. But YouTube has a reason for that. It's because obviously a lot of people that stream are gamers, and people will use their live streams to cheat on them, which is why they have the stream delay on it. There are ways of removing the stream delay, but they are very complicated and beyond me. Graveyard. Just looking out for Exonia, but can't see it. I'm going back to the Nook because I don't like not having the OBS version. I was looking at the trainer so I could see the names a bit clearer, but then I can't really focus on if anything's going wrong with the stream. So. Got Western Way, not the Great Western Way, just Western Way. Frog Street. And now we go over the River Exe. just have to. Definitely going to stop at 20 just for a second, not for long. Might need to pop for a quick wee. Get yourself ready. I'll put the screen on to the be back soon just for a second. Oh, baseball ground. Yeah. Interesting setup. Anyway, that's 20. I need to go back to that. And I need to go on to that. And I'm going to put it on to be back soon, and then I'll be back soon, very soon. Right, back in the room. I've just, never mind. I got this. That's what I really want. Just right for my cup of tea now. Nice. Oh, somehow knocked everything off. Right, let's get on the A30. So it's all uphill from this point on. Hi Diane, I'm fine, I'm wonderful. How are you? How are you doing? How are you doing? Oh. Certainly well out the town now, or city, sorry. Oh, I know what I haven't done. I haven't shown anybody. Pictures, obviously I'll show them nearer the time as well, when we get near there. So these will be, yeah, pictures of Whiddon Down. I think I've even got one or two of the Travelodge. I don't usually do the ones if it's Travelodge or Premier Inn, but there wasn't a lot to show you, so I thought I'd show you this. There's some of the downs at Whiddon Down. Whiddon Down. I don't remember putting that picture in, but I obviously did. Very strange me doing that. Maybe it was because of the. So there's a Travelodge. It's a Travelodge. Looks like a Travelodge. I think that's why I don't think there's a lot going on in Whiddon Down, but agricultural sale. I think that's the old schoolhouse. Typical Travelodge bedroom. And that just looked like a nice place if I was going there. I think that would be my evening meal. And that's kind of it. Yeah, there wasn't a great deal. That came up on Google. But it's a place to lay your head, isn't it? Oh, my right leg's burning a bit because I'm trying to use it to save my left knee basically at the moment. So I'm not really pushing down hard on my left knee, so kind of doing all the work in my right leg. It doesn't really show up on the camera. I'm kind of going like that. That's how it feels like I'm doing, but obviously you also, the way you need to keep your body as still as possible on the bike, stop yourself getting sore. You'll be pleased to know, Deanne, that I've changed the I haven't changed the donations as such because it's still going to NHS charities, but I've changed it to Brighter Futures to keep it in the local, and it's nice to have a name to it. Ah, oh, it's a long way to Tipperary. I'm Whiddon down. Ah. Hey. Stop grunting, Richard. It's not that difficult. It's just one foot after another. Round and round. Right, in a minute I need to just stop and see. I need to find out whether they're doing anything out the front. So I'll probably pop off, pop back in again, turn the train around, pop off again. If it's anything of any length of time, then I will have to pop off to an extent that it will mean that the sensors will stop, so I'll have to reset the trainer and edit the map to be at the particular point. Right. I'll put it onto the back soon, and I'll hopefully be back soon. Oi, back in the room. Not too much going on. So keep the pedals turning. If I've had the email yet, the interview, or for the interview. Yep. Oh no, I don't want to do it like that. I'll keep that up to remind me to send a message to somebody. Yes, I have. I've got 2. Oh, the same email twice. Oh yeah, okay. There's an extra question. Okay, there's a lot of questions to answer. Okay, that's fine. You wouldn't have sent me a list of questions, I guess, that he'll compile the news piece out of. Oh, looking forward to my next break on Saturday. One of the things we didn't do, 2 of the things we didn't do. One was a barbecue, so definitely do that. And one was I didn't make any Moroccan mint tea, so definitely do that. teeny tiny bit of downhill relief. Oh, that makes too much difference on a turbo trainer. Resistance works in a very different way. I would say a much more punishing way. "30 miles seems to be taking forever to get to." I kind of like my head, it's the landmark bit, so it's kind of like where to get to 30 I can take it home, even if I have to cruise it, you can take it home kind of thing. It's like, but I've got to get 30. Seems to be taking forever and a day to get to 30. Doing stages. If I can get to 29, I can get to 30. Smaller steps. So you stay on the same recovery basically. No point planning ahead. Day at a time. You can't do it a day at a time, you do it an hour at a time. If you can't do it an hour at a time, do it a minute at a time. And if that doesn't work, just a breath at a time. And you will get there. Ow! Whoa! Pat myself in the leg in your bottle. Oh, I'm heating up and the temperature's cooling down. So tomorrow I'll kind of do like a daytime one, afternoonish, which will be one of the video ones. Just for something to do, just a short one. Join in if you want. If you don't fancy it, that's fine. And then in the evening, people to come along to, we'll do the Isle of Wight, which should be a very short one compared to what we've been doing. Less than half of what we've done tonight, but it means that we'll be able to work out a good time to finish on a Friday night, because if there's going to be people outside, they don't want to be here all the time. So it'd be sort of an hour and a half, 2 hours, nothing more than that. Looks like the junction near Stainton. Curious now. Good. Probably isn't. Yeah, it's the wrong side of the moors. Didn't think it was, but it kind of looks like that junction that you come off. Too close? Too close. One more away. It's better. Right, I need to check on something for the ride. Bear with me. Well, bear with me, obviously I'm not really doing anything as such. Get the timing right on the cooking. Ah, bear with me. Oh. Getting chilly out there. It's the oven on. Right, 25 to put the meat in. You can't do this when you're riding normal bike. Well, you could if you're just riding up and down the road, I suppose. Just relax into the last leg. Oh, sugar. Scared the living bejeebers out of me. Strange woman. Just as I was cycling past, she jumped out the hedges in front of me. Yes, my dear?
I was going to say, do you want me to put the oven on?
Yeah, that's alright, I've got it sorted. So.
When it's ready, do you want me to put it in? Or?
No, it's okay, I've got the times in the head. I'll pop out and put it in. because of this, we usually end up eating by the time, although it's not so bad when it's in a shed, but the breakdown time, with the breakdown time and everything like that, and then getting a meal ready, you end up eating about 10:30, 11 o'clock sometimes. And it gets a bit silly, so I'm trying to time the meal to be kind of ready when I finish. Eat then bath. I know that's the wrong way to do it, but so your mums used to say, or was that swimming? Yeah, so I'll be jumping off the bike every now and again, rushing into the kitchen and then rushing back again before the sensors pack up, because I just want to get things in the oven. Oh dear. Everything. Very, very efficient today, see? Prepared the meal already. Just had to be put in the oven. Well, half of it's in the oven. The half will go in another 5 minutes time. There we go. Oh. thought I'd lost it then. Oh. So we'll have one last little look at the Travel Lodge and Whiddon Down. Bit greener countryside than the one last night, isn't it? That's where we're heading to. Got to keep an eye out for that. Can't remember whether it's on the left or the right. And back to the beginning. That's basically it. That's all I had on this one, so it's not quite as good as some of the photo displays we've had before, but tomorrow's will be good. Trust me on that one. got to be nearly there. Well, we are, because you can tell by the red line, basically. Well, so nearly there, but still a little bit to go. Lucy's guess has faded. Yeah, Lucy's guess has faded away. Sorry, Lucy. And so is Sharon, because Sharon and Lucy guessed the same, 32. Commiserations. Next time you can do it. In fact, oh, Ed has slipped away as well. Which leaves Matt and Anita in the running. Ay, 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 ay. I'm riding about. Leave me alone. Right, back out in the kitchen for a few seconds in a second. I can see the finish line as well. That's cool. Good time to just quickly get off then. Shake and bake. There you go. Oh, can't see, my glasses are just doing it. Done. Oh, sore. That's funny. I look back on the bike so quick I'm not actually on there. I'm an invisible man just about to come in, I think. There's the Travelodge. Woohoo! Still a way to go by the looks of it, but we're gonna go one more in, I think. You can see the car park kind of thing, can't we? Hog hedge. Hog and hedge takeout. Okay, it's not a Travelodge anymore. I hope there is a Travelodge there. Oh well, that's where we're staying tonight, whether they like it or not. Let's go on to that map, shall we? Just to finish off. Yeah. We have to hop over the fence to get to it. Oh no, I think that's got to be the Travelodge, hasn't it? Yeah. Right. Put that back on. Yeah, we haven't finished like this very often, have we? So let's do it this time. Well, I think we have a winner. Nita's been beaten. Nita's been beaten by her future son-in-law. No pressure. Sorry. It's very mean of me. Wait for it to tell me when I've finished. I can be patient. As long as it's not more than another 2 or 3 tenths. Come on. I said I could be patient, but you know, there's limits. There we go. We're done. Oh. Feeling alright. Knees killing me, but feeling all right. Pain, it's just pain, isn't it? At least it doesn't hurt. So yeah, Matt, well done. With 34.5, just pipped Anita on 34.2. It kind of better than the last two. I've kind of exceeded the guesses, which made up for the one before where you all guessed way over what I was actually doing, which is I always find a bit embarrassing. It's like, oh crikey, I think I'm going to do that far. Sorry it's taken so long. Have a good evening, everybody. Enjoy yourself, look after each other. Keep smiling. Love in abundance. Stay safe. And peace out.